Right.
Hello, I'm Patch, and today I'm bringing you a classic game from 2001, a real-time strategy by the name of Battle Realms. It was made by Liquid Entertainment, Crave Entertainment, and Ubisoft, which is quite a surprise. But the reason this one stands out for being so special is for the training system.
I follow the dragon.
Which you'll see eventually. For now, I'm just starting off by building a house, peasant hut, which every team can build. Today I'm playing the Dragon Clan. So for a start, one of this game's main calling features was it had a lot of environment interactivity. For a start, there's the collection of resources. Your peasants actively go out, cut out resources as they do in any other game, except this time it actually disappears, and it can grow back.
I follow the dragon.
Either by it grows back over time, or by watering it. And there's a couple other units in the game that can actually speed it up. So now I'm moving on to producing my first building. My first military building. It's a dojo. From it you can send peasants inside for a small cost, and they get trained up to become spearmen. And that's how the game functions. You send a unit inside a building, and they become trained. And then from there you can send the spearmen into either an archery range or an alchemist lab, alchemist hut, to upgrade it further into a different unit.
I'm going.
Right now I'm just trying to get set up and started. It's just how it works. So peasants come at a consistent rate, based off how many units you actually currently have. The less units you have, the faster peasants are produced. So when in dire times, when your army's been destroyed, peasants produce a lot faster. Unfortunately, peasants aren't particularly good at fighting themselves, so you don't really want to rely on them too much. Later on, you'll usually have only a few peasants really getting resources at all. As you saw probably earlier, you can put multiple peasants onto building a single building to make it build a lot faster. Each hut produces peasants, but you can toggle that off, so only one hut produces them. It's just useful for maintaining a consistent spawn place. Yeah, so in this game there's 4 clans. Right now I'm playing the Dragon Clan. I'm against the Dragon Clan as well. Just for the sake of simplicity. I'll probably do one of these videos for each of the clans, just so it can be seen.
I'm off!
Everything in this game it doesn't work by itself. See, I can build a tower right now, which I'm going to do in a minute. A watchtower, just to keep my peasants guarded a bit. But you can't actually, the tower doesn't shoot on its own. You need to send a unit inside of it to use it. Usually an archer, obviously, but you can use other units. So right now I've got a peasant training to be an archer. And soon I'll have a spearman go into that archer range to become a dragon warrior. Which is, and you can do the same with an archer. If you send the archer into a dojo, they also become a dragon warrior. That's just how the game functions. So the Dragon Clan are, you could basically say, the good guys of the game.
Certainly.
Yes, sir. I'm going. All right.
They serve as the heroes of the main campaign, which is good. The main campaign is actually pretty fun.
On target.
The only problem I currently have is I can't save the game right now, so I won't actually be doing a run-through of that, even though I'd love to.
I follow the dragon.
So there's my first Dragon Warrior. That's one of the unique features of this game. A unit doesn't just shoot or just attack. If a ranged unit is brought into melee range, they will stop shooting and start attacking with a melee attack.
As you command.
So instead of my archer being able to shoot arrows, he'd have to beat them to death with his bow. However, the Dragon Warrior also has a ranged attack and shoots out a glowing orb from his sword, but he's obviously better at melee because he's got a big-ass sword. Right now
I follow the dragon.
I've built a bathhouse. Bathhouses, each team has one sort of special building, so to speak, which instead of producing a unit that can upgrade, it produces a healer, usually. In this case, it produces the geisha, who can expend some of their stamina to heal. That's the blue bar on each unit, stamina. Stamina is burned by using special abilities or by ordering your units to run. Units run by double
I follow
clicking.
your lead.
Or
I
they can just
follow
walk
the
like normal.
dragon. Forward.
At this early point in the game, it's usually
Onward.
just a waiting game, collecting resources, building up a small army.
Yes.
Going.
One of the other
Lead
features
the
of the
way.
game is yin and yang, depending on what team you're playing. If you're playing one of the good teams, you have yang, or if you're playing one of the bad teams, you earn yin. Yin and yang are earned solely through fighting the enemy,
I follow the dragon.
and it can be spent on upgrades or heroes.
It shall be.
Done.
One of the things you have to keep in mind when playing the game is not to just build your best unit, because no unit is the best. Each unit has different benefits they provide, like the archers are better at shooting, spearmen are better at fighting, dragon warriors are better at melee, but they can shoot, so on and so forth. It gets a lot more obvious when you're using other teams.
Forward.
Dragon's probably your most straightforward. Yeah, one of the reasons this game probably wasn't all that popular is because it isn't hugely balanced, I'd say.
I'm going. Yes.
For example, a lot of the second level units aren't great, but they usually fill a certain role. Some teams are stronger than others. So right now I'll go send this spearman
off.
into the alchemist hut, and whereas a spearman in the archer range becomes a dragon warrior, in the alchemist hut they become a Kabuki warrior. The difference is mostly to do with their upgrades, but also sometimes their damage types or what they can do.
On it.
It all depends on the team. You're actually looking to get a town square that opens up the
Moving.
second half of the tech tree for the dragon. And for the serpent, I believe. The dragon and serpent are meant to be the good and evil parallels teams. Also available on this team is the shrine, and that's the interactivity. Something disturbed the birds and that in the trees, which alerted
Yes, sir.
me to something being over there. So yes, also available is the shrine and the firework factory. Building either one of those allows you to send a unit inside to get further upgrades. It's only abilities actually, but it is an upgrade all the same.
Ah.
So it might be for the Kabuki warriors, if you send them into a fireworks factory, they get a flash powder, which is a small stun in an area of effect. I'm going to send one of my dragon
follow your
warriors
lead.
into the alchemist hut to become a samurai, a full-fledged samurai.
I
That's the-
have focus.
That's the strongest unit of the dragon team, so to speak.
I follow the dragon.
The samurai has both a ranged and a melee attack, much like the dragon warrior and the Kabuki warrior, but is obviously better at melee because he's a samurai. Heavily armored, uses a bow and a sword. The Kabuki warrior's ranged attack is a blue flame. If I remember correctly, there are multiple damage types, and fire is one of them. As you see, the patches of rice have been chopped down, and only by... oh, there they go, they grow back a little bit. I've got this guy still getting me water over and over. And there's my samurai.
Yes, Lord.
So I'll send him to join the rest of my team.
For the dragon.
So I guess I'll get a powder
Certainly.
keg cannoneer. This is the last unit I haven't shown yet. Oh no, I still haven't shown a... show one of the alchemists themselves.
Yes.
Chemists, sorry. The powder keg cannoneer is essentially a sumo. Oh, there's the enemy forces hiding in the trees. Alerted by the birds. Which means I'll probably be preparing for an attack soon from
Yes,
the north.
master. All right.
So I'll just need to prepare a little bit. So
Yes.
when you construct a town hall... oh, no, here we go. They're in the south.
The servant obeys.
Oh, can't see very well because of all the trees, but let's see. The game is pretty creative. You do get benefits for damage for being higher up than you do for being lower down.
Lead the way.
There you see the Demonic Dragon Warrior got stunned by the Spearman. A few other
Yes.
effects were going off. Nothing too bad,
Yes.
so I'll send Magisha to heal him.
For the dragon.
The AI
I follow.
do use tactics a little bit. They will sometimes attack from the north and south at the same time. They'll send a unit to lure your army out to chase them. Things like that.
All right.
I have focus.
And it looks like I'm going to need a tower down here to hopefully deter that.
Yes, sir.
As there's a small ledge here, allowing them to shoot down at my peasants. As you can see, I've earned 1 yang point there. That goes into different upgrades.
Going.
Focus on them in a minute, but first we've got to introduce the last 2 members of my team. We've got the chemist, who shoots small rockets at enemies, and the powder keg cannoneer, who is a sumo wrestler that fires from a large cannon. Both are effective against buildings. You really want to avoid them. See, here we go, north-south attack, and he's trying to lure me over. I'll just send my cannoneer over there.
I move.
Unfortunately, the AI is not too smart either.
My aim is true.
So I'll just tell this guy to stand his ground, so he'll shoot enemies that come nearby, and he'll fight them if they enter his melee range.
Onward.
So a few little other things is, like this powder keg cannoneer. Oh, I've got a fruit peasant.
I follow the dragon.
And there he goes, he's forced into melee and uses his cannon to hit him, or he just shoots him from range. So yeah, there's a lot of little
On target.
benefits that you don't really notice until they're either pointed out or you actually notice them in action. Every now and again, the powder keg cannoneer will take salt and pass it around as a homage to actual sumo wrestlers who pass salt for good luck, I believe. If I've got that wrong, I'm sorry. So there we go. I've actually built up a pretty strong attack force. I'm only holding off just so I can really showcase the game properly.
I'm going.
I'll get a couple more samurai.
Forward. Onward.
Right now I'm building a stables. Hurry that up.
All right.
At a stables you can collect horses.
I follow the dragon.
Which from the wild.
Yes,
and
sir.
you can then mount your soldiers on top of the horses. That's just more of the game's interactivity. Oh, I see an enemy. Here we go. Another fight. Ambush my peasant. Oh. There we go again. They're striking from 2 different points. Unfortunately, I didn't think it through too clearly. I'll just let my army sort this out themselves.
Lead and I'll follow.
A few other things in case you don't get to see them, because I think the game's wrapping up to a close soon at this rate. Things like samurais, when they die, they cause an AoE effect that burns nearby enemies. It's just the little things like that.
I follow the dragon. Yes, Lord.
So I lost that peasant, unfortunately, but what can you do? So here are the different upgrades you can get. Most of your buildings that trained units have them. In this case, I'm going to get a healing boost. It means your geishas use only, I think, a quarter stamina when healing units instead of half their stamina.
Yes.
Obviously a big benefit.
The servant obeys.
On it.
Just leave this small force back at base. So I have a peasant. So I'll go order him to collect me horses. So he'll run over and he'll go try and charm the horse. There we go, the horse likes him now. Little love hearts appearing. So now the horse goes in the stables. And I can order my samurai to pick up the horse. When you have the horse, it gives the horse a specific ability. When you have units with abilities and they're on a horse, they can't use the abilities.
Yes, sir.
They have to use what they've got on the horse. Only the serpent and dragon have that horse ability. The lotus have a fire-breathing horse, and the wolf don't have a horse at all. So you'll get to see that a bit later. But right now, let's go fight the enemy, see what they've got.
Yes.
Go march right through their forest and disturb all the birds.
Moving.
Units do take initiative on their own when they're attacked. They will chase down enemies and try and fight them. Right now I'm just trying to save up resources there to keep, to hopefully showcase another aspect of the game. The keep, the heroes of the game. Heroes are just extra pumped up units, usually with really special abilities. One can summon horses, one can speed up units, things like that.
Moving.
Slow march through the forest because I've got a powder keg cannoneer. Oh, here we go, we've got a fight.
It will be.
So I'm going to charge in. Each tower also has a special ability. In this case, they've got a stun. Oh, I've lost the geishas. And there's the samurai's ability when they die, the fiery dragon.
I follow the dragon.
So that fight didn't go so well for me, but that's just how the game plays. He stunned me really well with that tower, and then I sort of just fell apart because his cannons got to pick apart my geisha. So I didn't really have anything to put up against him. Just means next time I attack, I'll probably attack from further south. How much until the keep? It's a little bit of rice. I'll hold off building units for that. It's usually, I wouldn't say it's always worth it to get the keep. It's usually actually really expensive, and heroes are also really expensive. But they're also really good.
I follow the dragon.
Still collecting horses. Got one in the stables. Drop me off some rice, someone. Alright.
Right. Yes. I'm going.
Not a lot happening right now, just need to rebuild my team after getting absolutely trounced. But yeah, so that's most of Battle Realms' little mechanics. You've got the horse collection, watering rice, the unit training system, which is fairly unique.
Yes. Our rice has run out.
Oh, run out of rice.
Right. I follow the dragon.
Just send another man to collect it. There's also fire in the game. Buildings set on fire you do need to put out with water. For obvious reasons. So here are a selection of heroes. I've got 5, and I can also train monks here. Monks are okay, but you're better off getting the heroes if you're building a keep.
I have focus.
You can either you can only have 1 of each hero or 4 monks.
I'm off.
I'm also right now saving up a little for the fireworks factory to give me some things with advantages. Oh, looks like the enemy's making a move against me. Oh, there's just a peasant. What's that? He's got a couple of warriors there. Nothing I can't handle.
Yes.
On it.
Right.
Here they come. I sneak in from around the side. Well, not really. Just down the ramp that they have to face. They actually have a lot larger army than me, from the looks of it.
To the fight.
This looks like they have a really good ambush spot. But as you can see, range is no match for melee. Which is why you really need to protect them. When I attacked, my entire army got stuck in one spot and got destroyed. But now that he's attacking with mostly range, he can't really handle it.
Yes.
Yes.
Going.
Moving.
I am in your debt. Yes.
I'm actually just hoping to get a well right now. Wells are just a source of water, really, that you can build. They're usually pretty expensive, but they're well worth it.
Alright, I follow the
Pun
dragon.
unintended. They just make
Yes.
your life a lot easier. You can collect water faster. You can just water
Certainly.
your crops faster. So anyway, can't really place it around. I've actually got really poor. Well, let's destroy this tower then. It's right in the middle of everything.
As you command.
Just going to need to wait for that to fade away.
Alright.
In the meantime, I'll just get on with building.
Right.
Those also usually mean you're
Going.
safer. Right now some of my peasants are exposed up the north because the enemy attacks from that direction. With the well, I can actually move them back down and just have them collect water from there instead
Yes,
of being
sir.
constantly exposed to the enemy.
Yes.
Lead, and I'll follow. On target.
Water is obviously a lot easier and faster to collect since it's just scoop it up, drop it off. So things usually cost more water than they do rice. Usually. That's for units. But for buildings it's more rice. Just depends on what you're getting. The town square and the bathhouse both cost more water.
Alright, I'm going. Yes, sir. Right. Yes. I'm going.
So now that I have one guy collecting water just that close, I should only need one person on water. Usually later on only need about 3 people on rice to just maintain a
Yes.
constant collection rate.
It shall be.
Are you even doing anything? No, you're not. Come back.
Right.
So I'll try and get Ara. Ara is one of the best heroes from memory. She
Yes.
has a very strong ranged
The
attack,
servant obeys.
as well as being able to hold her own in melee pretty well. So she just makes for an all-round good hero to pick, to have.
I'm going.
So right now I'm setting up just a simple train of units. So when I generate a peasant, they'll go to my dojo, which creates a spearman, go to my archer range, which will target range, sorry, which will create an archer, or turn the spearman into a dragon warrior.
Our rice has run out.
And then the dragon warrior will go to the alchemist hut and become a
Our
full-fledged
rice
samurai.
has run out.
I'll bring it back.
For the dragon.
Lead the
I actually want them near my tower, because then I can use a big stunning
Our
effect.
rice has run out.
That'll give me an immediate advantage to fight them.
For the dragon. For victory.
going.
I think I might actually lose at this rate. This is very good.
The dragon's revenge.
Much
I'm going to try and regroup a little with these two and just then rush the
my
enemy.
sword. Yes.
I follow.
I repelled that attack, but I'm not looking in good shape.
Going.
Hopefully I won't lose. That would be rather awkward. So the reason Garen here is so expensive is because he summons horses using stamina. That's obviously a huge help.
Yes.
Horses give you a lot of extra health and they give you an extra ability for free. Some of the upgrades we've got increase the health of units, just increase the range and damage of units, increase the natural healing of them or resistances, just that sort of thing.
For the dragon. Yes, Lord.
Moving.
For the dragon.
At any time you can dismount your soldier on a horse, just clicking the dismount key. There's actually different hold positions in the game. There is O, which makes your unit stand still, but if they're attacked they will chase. However, N makes the unit hold perfectly still and shoot with a ranged attack. Difference is O, they will not shoot. It's just different ways to get your unit standing still. All units naturally heal a little bit.
Okay.
Not to full, just out of yellow.
The servant obeys.
Now that I've got a mounted army, I'll fare a bit better in the next fight.
Yes, Lord.
As you can see, my train's just producing a series of samurai now.
Yes.
Actually, I'm out of Bryce. Guess I'll just send him to water instead of collect it.
I follow your lead.
All right. For the dragon.
There's nothing really completely broken in this game. However, there is, except for one small thing, that's generally having, it's not on this team, it's on the Serpent team, on the Serpent clan. There's a unit called Ronin, their best unit. They're equivalent to Samurai, and it can learn an ability called Blood Bond. Blood Bond allows it to share all damage it takes with another unit. The strategy involves giving all your Ronin Blood Bond, and then sharing that with a bunch of Geisha, who you leave in a small group at your base, and then sending the Ronin out to attack. The Ronin basically share all the damage. The Geisha can heal each other safely without getting, without at any risk of taking any damage. And it's just a really effective way to overwhelm your opponent. So now I've got my first hero, Arya. Ara? I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Sorry if I get it wrong. Her ability isn't anything particularly special. She can just extend her sight by draining her stamina, but she just excels as a ranged damage dealer.
Yes. Going. Yes.
Yes, master.
Right now I'm just waiting for the enemy's next attack to hopefully repel it or face defeat. But I'm still feeling fairly confident.
Right.
The campaign revolves around a hero you cannot play normally. He's for the campaign only. Kenji. He's the son of the Serpent clan, which is what happened to the Dragon clan when they split us apart, essentially. And you can choose, there are many choices actually in the game, that you can choose what allies to pick, you can choose whether to be Serpent or Dragon throughout the gameplay. There's all little things like that, which just help make the game more replayable and more interesting. Fortunately, I guess the game does get a little bit slow at this point when you're just trying to produce. Also, probably doesn't help that I've gotten beaten down a fair bit, don't have as many houses as I would like.
Yes, I follow the dragon. Yes. Yes, sir. I follow the dragon.
I just saw the enemy. That's not good. They snuck around the back. So the AI does try clever little tactics like that, but I don't think they can actually get down there without going around, which means they're actually in a really good position to ambush them.
Moving.
To the target.
For the dragon.
I have noticed that when you hover an attack over an enemy, it shows you either silver, bronze, or gold. I believe it's a different weight of attack strength, so to speak.
The servant obeys. I am your master.
Moving.
Yes.
Right now what the AI is trying to do is lure me to a position where they can ambush me. It's something they do a few times, and if you're not paying attention it can be very effective. But fortunately I'm just grabbing my units and moving them back whenever
Yin
they
and
try.
Yang are one.
Unfortunately the AI isn't as clever as it would like to be, so if they start doing it, they tend to just keep doing it until it fails.
Oh. For the dragon.
I actually started building over here a fireworks factory because I wanted to get some more upgrades for my units, but it got a little bit distracted obviously.
Yes, master.
So I'm actually going to go fight this. First I'm going to set my geishas to my second hotkey, and I'll set everything else to my first hotkey.
I hear.
And then I'll march right up. The reason I do this is because there have been a lot of fights where I've lost because I've equipped all my geishas to my
Straight and true.
to the same hotkey as my army, and then a fight has broken out, and my first thing the geisha do is run in and die, and it's usually terrible.
All right.
Going.
So just by keeping them back a little bit,
I
keep them
understand.
safe.
Like an arrow.
There we go. He's still trying to lure me over. It's not working.
Guide my way.
When a unit's in a fight, it's actually fairly hard to break them free.
I hear.
You have to
Guide
keep
my
ordering.
way. I sense
Don't
your
think his army's
purpose.
going to be that big. I'm just going to rush over.
Tenji.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So I'll just mop this up. Shouldn't take too long.
The arrow flies.
They also have Arya. Very popular pick, I see. But
Like an arrow.
unfortunately, they didn't do a very good job.
Easy target. I sense the enemy.
Well,
I
he's going to
hear.
walk right into my archer and die. That's not a problem. Units can't run when they're injured. It's just how it rolls.
Yes, sir.
After that, I think I'm in a position to win, so I'm not going to take any chances, and I'm just going to go for it.
Right. Yes, Lord. Yes.
Like an arrow. Guide my way.
Lead the way.
Oh, more
Easy
enemies.
target.
Yes.
No match.
I'm not sure what the exclamation marks are meant to be. I think that's the unit is surprised
I
and they're suffering
hear.
some sort of penalty,
I understand.
but it's okay. Oh,
The
got a very
servant
injured samurai.
obeys.
Oh well. Oh, I've walked into their second
I sense
base.
the enemy.
I'm actually targeting the tower because it's obviously going to do a lot more damage to me overall.
For the dragon. Nice.
As I use her ridiculous range to just give me an old advantage in the fight.
For Kenji.
So here we go.
Done.
I'm gonna send this Kabuki warrior, 2 of them, to get me an upgrade.
I hear.
Oh, I need to be very careful to
Guide
group
my
up my
way.
army. If they happen to walk into trouble
To the
now,
target.
they could easily just
The servant
get me killed
obeys.
outright. Looks like an attack from my rear. It's okay, I can now showcase what the Kabuki warriors do. A little bit of flash powder just stuns the enemies for a moment.
True.
If you get a few of them, you can just keep doing that. So I'm just going to rush in on the
The
enemy
arrow
now
flies!
and try and catch him by
Yes.
surprise. Oh. Right out of them so they stop attacking. I'm going to buy a Tomo. Tomo is a nice big, just a beefy hero with a nice big sword. He can buff nearby allies.
Moving. Oh, why?
Yes. Lead the way. Moving. Yes. Moving.
Where is Aya? Ah, right.
Straight and true.
There we go. Buffing my allies. The little ring, around the Kabuki warrior and the Tomo is an attack spot. Let's go to grab an upgrade while they're in the thick of it. I should be able to win from here. I've got a pretty strong position in their base. They don't really have any way to stop me. It's just a matter of slowly picking them off.
Thank you.
In survival mode, what I'm currently playing, you win when you have killed all peasants and peasant huts and military units of your opponent.
Most
Easy target.
As you can see, all my units are actually in good health. The enemy doesn't have much they can do to stop me. Oh, they destroyed my
Of
fireworks
course.
factory. That's not very nice. I'll get Teo as well. Maybe not. I'm trying to consider who to get, just to demonstrate a few little benefits.
Straight and true.
Ara can actually outrange. Oh, they've got another one of the heroes. It's Kazan.
Sense the enemy.
Hazen. Here we go. Chance to see her fighting him in melee range. And she's faring quite well considering he is mostly a melee enemy. Oh, it's not faring so well anymore. Let's send a couple of soldiers to help up.
Lead the way.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the Battle Realms. It's a neat little game. That's just got a bunch of little clever little tricks in it. It makes for fun gameplay. There's 4 teams, so it's always a little bit different.
Yes.
And there's just a lot of depth to the game in general. See, there's the Dragon Warrior using his range attack that can set fire to buildings if you have enough of them. Usually one doesn't do it.
Ah.
Easy target.
for honor.
Kenji. Easy target. I sense the enemy.
So here we go, I'm closing in on the win just by destroying this peasant
My
hut
way.
and the last peasant, and that'll be the game.
For the clan. Your dragon triumphs.
There we go. And that's the game. I hope you enjoyed this. And there's a status screen, just showing how well I actually did in the long run. Train more units, learn more techniques. Oh, I got a lot less battle gear. Battle gear is the special abilities you can cast. Collected more horses, killed more heroes. So yeah, that's Battle Realms. It's a clever little game with lots of little surprising little tricks. So it's worth a look if you can ever find a way to get it. It didn't work for me. It worked on XP, Windows XP. It didn't work on Windows Vista or Windows 7, but it works on Windows 8 again. The only problem thus far is it doesn't allow saving. However, we have, myself and my brother have managed to get to play it as a multiplayer game, LAN, and online. So yeah, just try and check it out if you ever see it around somewhere. Enjoy.